Yeah, first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to share with my colleagues some knowledge, yeah, and experience, as well as feel free to have any questions or comment anything during the presentation. Yeah, it's just in this session, it's part of this was a meetup 2 weeks ago for external people, but now it's just we share with you the agenda for today. It's first, as you can see, it's an introduction. Yeah, it's next is application as a competitive advantage. We will see as well or share. After it's application journey. Next, we will focus in events. Yeah, event-driven architecture, and finally, we will see how the combination of this both model, call it hybrid integration. Yeah, it's add value to the business and or any designs or approach that we can find or do in the company. Yeah, it's regarding introduction. Yeah, as we comment, it's describe this presentation. Describe it's a combined model. Yeah, combined integration model regarding a process automation. Yeah, based on APIs as a synchronous model, and as well as events as a asynchronous model. Yeah, it's both model seems different or opposite. Yeah, but in fact, it's a complementary. Yeah, we need both in order to create end-to-end automation and as well as thinking in add value or customers. Yeah, in real time functionalities or notifications mainly. Yeah, it's a as we said. It's Go ahead. I don't know. This combination it's can available to the companies to add value to our customers, partners, and so on. Yeah, it's implementing synchronous requests, but adding more capabilities in order to integrate it our customers in real time. Yeah, we started with API-fication. I think many people in this, many colleagues in this meeting knows or here or applying application currently or in the past. Yeah, but we check first. Yeah, reviewing mainly the application journey. Yeah, in this slide, it's shared what is the key points that the application it's a competitive advantage in the companies. First, it's regarding its key implications in process automation. Yeah, it means that the APIs it's create the integration. Yeah, or different applications. Yeah, in reusing the assets, reusing the APIs, reusing the integration functionality, accelerating the development implementation. Yeah, and the other point to take in account is that the APIs allow us to share the data, yeah, our business capability with our partners, yeah, both internal and external, or our suppliers or our clients. Yeah, it's providing as well agility in terms that we can reuse that integration for different partners or different customers. Yeah, in this slide, we focus in application journey. Yeah. Of course, in order to implement an API, we need to do several steps. Yeah, not just development or just product delivery. We think first in strategy activities that in order to find what APIs and functionalities can add value to the business and grow our revenue or grow our business. Yeah, this is the first group of activities that we can find. It's called strategy activities, like for example, it's analyzing industry, development API strategy, API business value. Yeah, this is the first group. Yeah, recommended that this kind of activities check every 6 months or once per year. Yeah, it is needed because we create there the roadmap API as asset roadmap. Yeah, it's needed to check once or twice per year. Yeah, in the other part, we have execution activities or implementation activities. Yeah, is just like a development cycle. Yeah, there we can find it's a API prioritization. Yeah, and as well as it's the backlog, put in the backlog. Yeah, the catalog, architecture reference, and use and adoptions. Yeah, this is like a delivery cycle in this second group of activities. But of course, we need to do the delivery cycles, but with a best practice, with the framework. Yeah, in that part, it's needed API reference architecture. Yeah, as well as there are some cross activities, a part of the cycle. That is called a change management process, retrospective review, and governance. Yeah. Here in this slide, we can see it's the two blocks, yeah, two groups of activities. Yeah, in blue color, it's strategic activities like analyzing industry, development APIs, API business value. And in the other side, it's just delivery activities, yeah, or execution activities, we call it. It's a API prioritize and catalog, architecture reference, use and adoption. And in the middle, change management process, review and governance. Any questions, any comments so far?
No.
Yeah, in these slides, we can see in detail what this means.
This Madon here, I have a quick question. If we go back to the previous slide. So when you say reference architecture, there's more API technical architecture. So where does the business architecture fit in? Is it part of the strategy side or the execution side?
Business architecture, it's part of the strategy part, but in this journey, you don't develop in detail business architecture. Yeah, depending on the business case, in the activity called API business value, there you can create a business case in terms of benefit cost. In that part, you can create a business journey, business architecture journey, in order to demonstrate or show how that API functionality can add value to the business. Yeah, it's in that part. Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's here we can see what this means in detail. Yeah, a bit more detail regarding strategy activities. For example, analyzing industry. What this means, that task? That is means that before you decide to implement something or create a roadmap, we need to see what happened in the marketplace in our industry or in the sector that the company is focused. Like, for example, in our case, in financial service, it means that we need to look in the financial service market. Like, for example, open banking. In our sector, we need to see what kind of APIs now around the world. It's available open APIs. If we found, for example, in Europe, just focusing payment initiation and account aggregator, maybe we can see there are a potential market for mortgage APIs, for example, or it's just credits APIs. Yeah, in this task, it means that we need to analyze what there are available in the market. Yeah, what that we can reuse or we can create new capabilities to the current APIs that we can find in our sector, in our industry. And yeah, it means benchmarking, yeah, in order to see what we can reuse, what we can create new capabilities in our sectors, or we can add in at the existing APIs. And in the other block, development API strategy means that after we know what we have in our sectors, we can identify opportunities, yeah, to providing new open APIs, for example, like mortgage APIs or loan APIs, any financial service that we can provide our customers and grow. Yeah, it means in the second line when put identify API opportunities and reusability. Based on that, we need to align with our digital strategy. we are a big, yeah, but in this case, we need to focus in a specific business area. In our case, for example, in Pagonex, maybe focus in trade, focus in consumer, in digital strategy for consumer, for trade, for merchant, or any. It's just taking account that we are a big company. It's focusing digital strategy, the business area, or the platform that we need to grow or we need to improve. Yeah, of course, align with the product management team. Yeah, we create a roadmap in terms of what APIs we need to implement. Yeah, and what functionality or capability will be provided. Yeah, it means that aligning as well, exploring new products for growing our revenue. Yeah, based on that, when the API strategy is just ready or a draft, we need to think in the as the next steps. You can see business value, create a business case with each specific opportunity in terms of benefits cost. Yeah, in this case, we need to develop the business case in details. It's the scope, as said previously. It's a business architecture would be help in this part. Yeah, as well as cost model. It's a KPIs that we need to follow.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Any question? Okay, no. It's as well as it's just in that part, the business case, it's help us to found and see cost efficiency opportunity. Yeah, based on the reutilization, growing our business. Yeah, seeing the APIs as an asset. Yeah, as across activities, we can see it's change management, governance, and retrospective review. In this case, it's recommended to review this once per year or twice, no more, because it's just a strategy roadmap. Yeah, it's business cases. Yeah. Any questions so far?
Yes, I have one question. I'm wondering why the identify API opportunities is separate from business case benefits. Why you consider it as a two steps?
Yeah. Yes, it's that identify API opportunities is just as when you creating your API strategy. Yeah, and in the next steps, it's just in detail how that API that you identify as opportunity in practical way can add value, demonstrating it's some KPIs that you can demonstrate how the business grow or the revenue grow. Yeah, it's how it will be the cost that and then the volume of sales or any things that can grow to the business. Yeah, it's in different steps. What is your specific question? What are you trying to say?
Because okay, thanks for clarification. I just take the identification of API opportunities and business cases as one, step in the process.
Yes, it's in order that mainly justify the budget. It's achieve the budget. Yeah, it's business case, benefit and cost. It's a formal way that you can present the budget approval. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for clarification.
Yeah. Next is we can talk or share regarding execution activities. Yeah, it's just call it as well, could be called it delivery activities, yeah, or implementation activities. Yeah, this activity is just, it's a cycle, it's more fast compared to the strategy. Yeah, first a group of activities that we can see is API, prioritize and catalog. Based in this name, it's just your product backlog. Yeah, it's your product backlog. In that way, it means that your roadmap that you identified previously, you put in the backlog. It means that when we will develop that, yeah, when the delivery team will be development that, yeah, it means a prioritization of the catalog. The prioritization, yeah, you decide depending on business, but it's mainly, it's what is will be grow. For example, prioritization could be if we some APIs that we can increase or revenue, or maybe it's just impact in the performance, depending of the how the delivery team the criteria can prioritize that. Yeah, but it's first, it's just you create your backlog. Yeah, it's in terms of functionality and data. Yeah, and the roadmap of that backlog as well. Yeah, and this next, it's just if you have what we need to implement, it's just apply a reference architecture, API reference architecture. In the company, I can share with you at the end the site where you can find. We have API framework. We have API best practice and standards. We have our competency center, yeah, in CTO competency center to help you about that. And as well as we have a technology architecture infrastructure implemented where you can deploy your API. Yeah, it's that part. It means that best practice framework, it's a technology architecture that we need to have in order to create the API in the same way, yeah, facilitating the maintenance, the reutilizations, and control about that. Yeah, this part is referent about that. With these tools and frameworks, the API is implemented, and after that, it's just use and adoption. Yeah, it means that industrialization. Yeah, reusability. Yeah, it's a runtime and a consumption life cycle. Yeah, it's that part. It's as well as in this, there are change management and governance. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any questions? Any so far? Okay. Now we are talking about the events-driven architecture, call it EDA. Yeah. It's previously we talked about API. Now EDA. Yeah. In these slides, we can see what is the pillars or the key points in events-driven architecture. Yeah, we can see 4. Yeah, first it's simplification of the integration. Yeah, in the case of events, yeah, there is a unique URL or central bus. Yeah, it's a central event server, we can call it, that they can provide a unique way to communicate, but many topics or with many subjects. It means that we create the subjects or a topic name that we can use in different events that we can expose or we can create, yeah, or we can produce in this case. Yeah, it's other key points in events. It's increasingly a user experience. Yeah, this is important because it's just grow our customer experience and customer satisfaction could be said. Yeah, why happen that? Because we can create. It's most common. It's we can create at the end of the process, in the middle of the process, or following the status, or any. We can proactive with our customers, pushing any notification. Yeah, in real time, in any part of the process. Yeah, it's when the data change, when the process change, or the process is continued to the next task. In any moment of the end-to-end process, we can be proactive with our customers, pushing any notification regarding a request status, payment status, any mortgage status, or request any additional information. Yeah, it means that with this kind of approach, our customers avoid to call us to requesting something or asking something about their request. Yeah. Other point, it's regarding performance efficiency. Yeah, What it means is the events help us to improve our performance systems, application performance, because it's if we work just with APIs, imagine in the implementation, we work just with APIs. It means what we need to do pooling to know what happened with some data of if some process changes. We need to request, we need to pooling, constantly pooling. It means we consume a lot of resource in terms of network, in terms of machines. If we use events, yeah, you don't need, or the application don't need to ask every hour, every minute, what happened with that data, what happened with that queue. It's just when changing something, events is published, that it's produce the information, produce the message. It's reduce the application consumption, network consumption, CPU consumption, and so on. Yeah. Another point, it's regarding resilience. Yeah, resilience means that in events, the message or information, it's guaranteed 100%. Yeah, even it is failing, it is asynchronous request. It doesn't need it to reply in automatic way. Yeah, can reply later, even if the network fail or any other things fail in the process. Yeah, the events it's received, and after in asynchronous way will reply, yeah, or produce the information. Any questions, any comments so far? Yeah, what kind of models we can find? We can find in two models, or these two kind of designs in events. Yeah, first it's regarding like a orchestrator or mediator. Yeah, and the other it's like a broker. What it means that it's like a mediator. Like a mediator, it's like maybe if you're coming from a MQ world, or maybe like a GMS, yeah, in this way, in this world, it's very similar. Yeah, it's produced events, it's put the message in the queue. Yeah, GMS queue, MQ, or any in the queue. Yeah, it's after it's put in the queue, it's an orchestrator, it's catch that message and started to synchronize or executing different requests, for example, different application, calling this application in a synchronous way. It's orchestrate, yeah, different steps in order to end the request. Yeah, in that way, it's like a orchestrator. And in the other way, it's like a broker, publish and subscribe. Yeah, producer and consumer. It's the best example in that way could be in treasury area or in the stocks, yeah, in stock markets. Yeah, when it's changing some stock price, immediately it's produce events publishing the new price, and immediately many applications interested in that information is listening. It's just after it's gathered that message and starting a different process. In our case, for example, we have a customer master data. When this is the customer data change some data, yeah, immediately that information is needed for 2 or 3 applications. Yeah, avoid to create a batch process to synchronize that. It means that immediately change the data, publish the event with the updated information, and immediately it's 2 or 3 applications that use the same information is listening that and update it and synchronize the same information, all application in our ecosystem. Yeah, it is these 2 models. Any questions, any comments so far? No questions? Eh?
Yeah. Hi, this is Irving from Mexico. And what's happening with the event processing? Where are you looking for do you know, creating processing like Kafka streaming or something similar?
Yeah,
Where
it's
are you looking for that model?
Yeah, it's in Kafka you can find both models. Yeah, queues or like a produce and consumer. Yeah, yeah. It's you can implement both models, and depending on the business case. Yeah, in some cases for example, it's simulating a real example. If we implementing a payment processing, yeah, we are starting with as an orchestrator, yeah, the payment initiation is receiving an event, yeah, in the event queue, and when it's arrive a request of a transaction, it's a domestic payment, for example, it's just immediately there is a process orchestration. It means that a microservice is processing that, calling that message, calling, for example, it's a account system, for its customer system verifying the customer data, and after it's accounting, credit and debit, and at the end it's just sending the payment to clearinghouse. Yeah, this is a way, for example, when you receive an event, it's as an orchestrator and work as an orchestrator. Yeah, it's in the other side, it's just when, for example, it's the payment status is changing, publish the status and directly to the customer could be. Yeah, but with Kafka, you can use both models. Yeah, the solution are ready to work in both. In some cases, you can create a queue, and in others, it's just produce the events.
Yeah, that brings up a good question, right? So you're saying Kafka has the capabilities, we understand that, but from a going forward, from a strategic point of view, how do you compare IBM MQ versus Kafka? What would be the direction, especially for mission critical applications, high transaction volumes? Is there a particular direction you are taking from where you're going from an API strategy perspective?
Yeah, it's just in terms of technology and solutions, as you are saying, in the last years, the market is going to solutions like Kafka. Yeah, Kafka today, it's advanced technology in events compared to MQ. Yeah, it's in the company, we have at the end as well, the references that regarding events, yeah, or best practice, or in terms of producer, consumers, and so on. Yeah, it's just based on Kafka as well. Yeah. Okay. In company, we are going a Kafka, but using a Confluence. Confluence is under that solution, it's the base is Kafka. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, continue with the presentation. It's what it means, or what we are trying to say when we talk about hybrid integration in this case. Yeah, in this case, it's hybrid integration means that the combination in the solutions that in our process, yeah, it's a mixed APIs, yeah, as an online, but as synchronous request, it means instant feedback it's needed. Yeah, when you use API, is the cases when you need instant reply or instant feedback of your request. Yeah, this is first example. And plus adding events as asynchronous communication or notification. Yeah, it's the combination in our process. Both is called hybrid and modern integration. Yeah, it's what it means this. Yeah, both models seems to opposite. Yeah, in opposite way. Yeah, but in fact it's a complementary. Yeah, one another. Yeah, this combination, yeah, allows our integrator customers, partners, yeah, adding value to the synchronous requests. Yeah, it's adding value to the synchronous request. For example, when we creating an order based on APIs, yeah, it's just you create the order, but at the end, after the order is created, at the end, when you need to track in the order and pushing to the customer, avoiding that customer call us or ask us, you send me the notification in real time when the order status is changing. Yeah, it's just an example, simple examples. Yeah, it's regarding other point, it's event-driven architecture is used not just for notifications, it's used as well for synchronized data, as we can talk regarding customer data synchronization, for example, as well as it's just starting, when produce the event, starting other process in our ecosystem or in our application. Yeah. it's other ways, many ways that we can use. Yeah, this is just now we talk about how we can find. Yeah, it's we can see 2 examples. Yeah, how we can use a combined solution. Yeah, this presentation is showing 2 patterns. Yeah, first pattern is regarding its use case. Yeah, for example, this use case, it's fraud is more complex than this, you know. Yeah, but this is just simplifying in order to easy to show an explanation. Yeah, for example, this is a fraud case. Yeah, it means that imagine it's a user requests a international payment, yeah, transaction. Yeah, as part of that, yeah, we development a process and receiving the request or processing the request using APIs, payment APIs. Yeah, but after receive the message, yeah, that is processing as a service. Yeah, the fraud process it's validated as well. At the end of fraud process, depending on the score that that found, it's we can decide to push a notification to our customers if there are some risk is found. Yeah, what this means this is a pattern A. Back to this like pattern A. What this means, the client send a request to us, that the request is received by API. You can see it's after it's received by API. The API it's just a executor starting orchestrator. Orchestrator is called, for example, a customer application in order to validate customer data. After that, it's account application, yeah, validated credit and debit. And after that, it's just a fraud application. Yeah, depending on the score that we're receiving or we having fraud application, we decide to produce an event, push a notification in real time our customer. Yeah, this is the pattern A, use case 1. Yeah. In the second, it's just a pattern B. It's use case B. What this means is, yeah, it is other example. E-commerce app. Yeah. In e-commerce, yeah, order shipments, yeah, are registered on e-commerce portal. Yeah. It's just after that, it's just executing API, some part of the process. Yeah. And next, it's just tracking the number in order to tracking the order. Tracking order, it's just pushing some notification or customers. Yeah, it means, for example, it's a pattern B. We can see it's a client. It's a request order. Yeah, it's just that request. It's just putting the listening. Yeah, in event queue, and after that, it's orchestrator. It's create the order, and as well as it's just updated the initial status in through API as well in tracking a system. And after that, it is tracking, it's changing every day, every hour or any. It's just an event, it's push a notification, shipment status, in this case, our customer. Yeah, this is just examples that we can design combined solutions. Yeah, any questions or comments so far? Any questions so far?
Just a quick comment. I mean, I know this is just an example, and I know the use case 1 is more on the banking, but use case 2, you know, instead of e-commerce, if we can put some banking use case, that would help us.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a comment.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. It's just yeah. It's this is a summary regarding the differences, and it's just, as we said, it's a complementary solution. API is a synchronous request. Yeah, immediately request you need, reply you need. Yeah, it's events is just asynchronous. You request something, yeah, but maybe in the next hours or when changing some data or happening some new process, it's the message or publish some data or create or produce some notification or information. Yeah, it's in a synchronous way. Yeah, Other part, it's, for example, API, it's just mainly in REST. Yeah, it's the most common style utilized by API exposer. In case of events, we use topics. Yeah, it's needed to subscribe any events. Yeah, it's as well as it's, there is no one better than other model. Yeah, it's depending of the case. Depending of the case, we need to decide it's APIs or events, but of course, it's you are seeing this presentation. We need both in our end-to-end process. Yeah, and adding mainly a user experience. Yeah, it's pushing our customers or proactive with our customer events. It's the key solution. Yeah, it is conclusions. Yeah, it's as we said, it's in the integration strategy that you implement in the process or in the process. Yeah, it's should be in synchronous and asynchronous models. Yeah, or capabilities. Yeah, you can find it's beneficial. Yeah, it's next. It's other point. It's just if you use both models, we avoid to do pooling, yeah, using APIs, or that our customers call us asking the status or the request on something like that. Yeah, it's reduce the in terms of technology servers request, or reduce our resource as well, dedicated mainly when there are a lot of volume of requests, or processing a lot of process, avoiding batch process, reducing the batching processing as well. Yeah, it's other point is to take in account. It's as we said many times during this session, it's event-driven architecture improve customer experience.